We have many good arguments for the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many. For example, even the Quran addresses positive arguments for His existence. In chapter 52, verse 35 to 36, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us logical explanations, logical possible explanations to explain things that begin to exist, whether it's the human being or the entire cosmos. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, essentially, did it come from nothing? Did it create itself? Was it created by something else created, or was it created by something uncreated? And we know the best logical explanation for things that began, for things that emerged, things that are makhluq, that were created, that are muhdath, that came into being. The best logical explanation is that it was created by something uncreated. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of the argument, but I want to let you know that we do have positive arguments for the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The cosmological argument, the argument from consciousness, the argument from design, the argument from cognition, the argument from morality, the argument from dependency. Many arguments for the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But my job here, I believe today, is to give you intellectual sakina, intellectual tranquility. And I'm going to say this very clearly. You don't need any arguments for the existence of Allah. You don't need any inductive, deductive, philosophical, logical, empirical, scientific arguments for the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm going to argue, the minute you reject Allah is the minute that you reject the real world is real. Let me repeat. The minute you reject the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the minute that you reject the real world is real. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a self-evident truth. I repeat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a self-evident truth. A self-evident truth by definition is a truth that doesn't require any evidence because it's true by its own self. And let me give you some examples of self-evident truths. Number one, the existence of other minds. I know, self-evidently speaking, that other minds exist. It's not only my mind, but I know you have a mind. But you can be a zombie.